Cradle, The Rise of the Chosen, Chapter 30. Jalinish Kunhame. That was abrupt, Josh commented. He and Takuma were in the mudroom of the loft in the morning after going for a quick jog. Both agreed they were getting sluggish and wanted to keep their bodies honest. Hane kalma il jahan. Come on, I know you have a wife, Takuma stated. Paui talni il. I can't tell you everything, Josh remarked. Yanti al ioni rienit. Respect me as your teacher, Josh went on. Ta nit, you bet, Takuma said and took off his running shoes. Hanji ual ga. You think I want her, Josh said rather forwardly. Takuma had a flash of anger but quickly calmed. Iri al daan di ol. Please don't read my mind. Josh nodded and left the mudroom politely. A few hours had passed with Takuma alone in the loft bedroom and Josh awkwardly busying himself downstairs. Gianoa went shopping an hour ago and Takuma sensed her approaching the building from a couple blocks away. She seemed to have a pensive energy around her head and Takuma was excited for the chance to change her mood. And she surprised him because he had slipped off to sleep without any oncoming warning. Baby, why are you tired? Gianoa had asked with her breath warm on her husband's face. Takuma blinked a couple times and smiled. Haj nit not plani. It's hard keeping up with a fox, he said. She simply smiled for a moment and then cleared her throat. Kumkum, ma'an ni'oti ol, daj ha'ame. Takuma, you know you're the only Naj, John, Iowa. Don't make it a thing, Takuma stated flatly. Yol lakti uyo. I just want you to know. Takuma gave her a look and she stopped. They wound up in a natural relationship stance a half an hour later, and Takuma sensed that Gianoa was fine and she understood his love for her, and he was pleased. Takuma was sure he was the only one up in the loft apartment. He could sense the quietness in the spiritual realm that was emanating in Josh's place. He stepped out of the mudroom and into the side garden where he wanted to pray in relative peace, and as he stepped past a large green bush to his left, he gasped and started when he saw Josh standing there, waiting. Majin, haota, mighty me, you scared me senseless, Takuma exclaimed. Josh smiled in his friendly manner. Naol ul pratim, you've been avoiding me. Jak nik hal, not on purpose, Takuma explained. Yantiim nit talmahat, whatever the case. Pishniil ha nioti, I have concerns, Josh explained. Ta'ani, don't. Takuma shook his head with respect. Rio oli ba'atam ul wanaman. Do you remember I told you you'd betray me? Josh asked. You will eon me, nitik. I would never forget that, Takuma stated honestly. Ta'ani platu ioma mahadrir. And to that I trust my wife to you if I died. Josh immediately left the garden in tears. Congress was in session for 20 minutes already, and the trio was late upon arrival because a bus stalled in the middle of a bottleneck in a smaller avenue, and Takuma and his wife were in an old taxi. Josh was already at the government complex waiting for them, but couldn't go in without them, as he informed earlier in the morning. Once out of the taxi, Gianoa and Takuma literally ran towards Josh where they spotted him, and then Takuma's heart dropped once he saw another trio, this one of policemen, stomping toward Josh. Josh looked heartbroken at Takuma in the cloudy atmosphere about this sordid stage. Tyke, Gianoa said in a hurt voice. Janti ul, I forgive you already, Josh said and disappeared. Why? Gianoa asked Takuma. Ka lim haj niot il. I didn't do this, Takuma said with his attention waning quickly. Po lik ul. You don't have to lie to me, she said. Takuma's heart leapt from his chest and his eyes were burning fiercely. He kissed his wife passionately and said, Hant ik kulpai. Josh, I gotta get Josh out of the building. He ran through the crowded building courtyard and speeding up even faster past the security detail, got just inside the building, inside the foyer, and was relieved that he felt Josh's presence back in the courtyard. He'd have time now to prove that he would never betray Josh in any circumstance. Then he let go, because the building shook and then exploded in flames.